Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcore Guides bringing you my guide for how to beat BioShock on Survivor mode without using any Vita-Chambers. Today we're doing Olympus Heights. This is the next level after Hephaestus, and it's actually a pretty good level. I used to actually hate this level preferred to Hephaestus, but to be honest, I still stand tall to saying that Hephaestus is probably my least favorite. But this one is nowhere near as irritating as Hephaestus, but this is a lot more difficult than Hephaestus. This one and Apollo Square are the most difficult levels in the entire game, and I will stand true to that one too. I might have said something different earlier, but I say now that Olympus Heights and Apollo Square definitely take the cake for the most difficult levels in the entire game. And you guys will get to see why. For some reason, the Big Daddies do a lot more damage, but for some reason, said that twice, don't know why, the Splicers do, it seems like, less damage than they did previously in Hephaestus. They're a lot weaker here, but the Big Daddies are a lot stronger, which is something interesting I wanted to take note of. Unless maybe I got stronger enough to where I could just beat the shit out of them just fine, but oh well. So anyway, this was quite the recording. Let's see, I think it was, yeah, Apollo Square was the one where I definitely messed up the most. I think I still have to edit that one. I haven't edited that yet. I've kind of been busy with working on this one. This one wasn't too hard to edit because I didn't really die that much. I don't think I really died in Olympus Heights, to be honest with you. As you noticed, I did start off without doing that first sequence bit. I just wanted to save you guys some time. I didn't want to fast forward the whole entire thing, so I just decided to skip the whole thing in general. So right here I'm fighting a Nitro Splicer. Of course I take out most of the security. That usually seems to be a problem. There's 4 sides to this little area right here, and I think like 3 of them have security. So yeah, just make sure if you what I did, I just wiped them out. I didn't, I didn't want to hack them or anything. I didn't really need any point of hacking them because I'm not really going to come back here and deal with anything here. So I didn't have enough Atom to buy anything, unfortunately. I come back in this room like 2 or 3 times because I keep thinking I hear something. So I come back and I check just to make sure if I got everything or not. And let's see, I whip out the old in a rage because I think right here, I think I hear a Big Daddy or something. And so I'm trying to piss this guy off to where he'll go attack the Big Daddy instead of me, so I can chip off some damage of it, on him. But I keep looking, I'm like, where is he? I keep hearing him. I just, I keep checking on stuff too, just to make sure I checked everything as well. But wait, it wasn't a Big Daddy that I heard. It was a Leadhead Splicer. But I think there was a Big Daddy walking around here somewhere. I don't remember. This was like, ooh, gosh, I think a week ago maybe, or earlier this week. I don't remember when I did this. Yeah, this was quite some time ago, though, to be honest. And again, like always, I do apologize for any sounds in the background that may appear in this video. Just want to go ahead and give that a fair warning, so it makes it sound like my mic is super staticky, but it's not. It's actually just there's things going off in the background. So right here, shoot this person in the head because that person is actually alive. You will notice that they're like in later levels. Once I get to Point Prometheus, I kind of screwed myself up. And yes, I did. I'm going to say right now, I'm going to tell the truth. To be honest, I beat the game. So I beat this guide. I just wanted to get it over with. I'm like, as much as I love BioShock, I just wanted to get this guide over with particularly. Because I need to get some things done on my main channel. So I decided just to go ahead and get, a jump start on getting this done with and just finishing this off. I've not done commentary. As you can tell, I'm doing commentary right now for this video. But I'm going to include Fontaine as his own level. I just wanted to make that fair for everybody who's like, okay, I just want to see how to fight Fontaine on Survivor mode, rather than having to deal with going through, I can go through Point Prometheus just fine, or Proving Ground just fine, but I want to deal with, I want to deal with that jackass. So I bought Hacker's Delight. I didn't put it on. Didn't really have any need to put it on. So I bought a few other things I found. We actually had quite a good bit of ammo that we built there. Come in here. The thing about in here, when you're in here, you have to like walk up real close to the items to be able to pick them up. It's so weird. I don't know why they did that, but that's what it is. So I go ahead and whip out the liquid nitrogen. I think yeah, I did use it. I just wanted to get rid of it. If I find liquid nitrogen or napalm, or you barely ever find electric gel on the ground, like you hardly ever do. But if I ever find any of that, I like to waste, if I have too much of something, I like to waste it on the next person, and I completely forget to go back and pick it up. That's just the way I play BioShock, apparently. In here, there's a security camera and a couple splicers. Go ahead and whip out the security bullseye if you have it on. If you don't, Enrage would be nice. You can use Enrage, you know. But security bullseye would be the most proficient use. Which I hardly, to be honest, I hardly ever use security bullseye because you can just hack the machines and basically get it going that way. You can just hack it yourself and save yourself the trouble of using the plasmid, but at the same time, you could also pay up the ass to hack something or whatever. Security cameras you still have to pay for. Security, like turrets and security bots, you don't actually have to, you know, whirlybirds, you don't actually have to pay for anymore once you max out the research. Which is something kind of interesting I wanted people to take note of. It's one of those things, I guess, where it's like, you know, it's here, so just deal with it, I guess. And of course, this is going to be not a lengthy level at all, just a really, well, it's an average length of a level. I mean, to be honest, it's not that big. You know, it does seem scary at first when you look at the map because you've got this apartment to go to, you got this apartment to go to, you got this one, you got this floor, these apartments, this floor, you know, stuff like that. And that might scare some people away. They might be like, well, I don't want to go check everything in sight. I mean, if you don't want to go check everything in sight, the best thing you can do is just go upgrade all your weapons. You know, if you know where everything's at, if you know where all the upgrade stations are at, like, you know, I do. It's just I prefer to go get everything. That's just the kind of way I like to play. And I'm not sure if everybody likes to play that way either. So I skipped the Big Daddy on this part. I'm just, you know, I used Enrage to have some enemies go and beat him down. I hacked this hell station just in case. You never know when something's going to happen. Some bad things can always happen. That's just the way that BioShock works. Crap happens. So, you live and you learn, you get used to it. The thing about Fontaine, though, is I called it Survivor. I didn't say with no Vita-Chambers because there are no Vita-Chambers already. You have to mandatorily fight him without Vita-Chambers. So you have to use a save slot to fight Fontaine. I actually got lucky. You'll see, I got real close to dying when I fought Fontaine. And you'll get to see all that stuff later. So, if you already know the door code, if you know the codes in general, if you played this game as much as I did, or probably more than I did, then you would know probably most of the codes. The only codes I know is 0451 and what was it, 5744? Yeah. And then there's that one, oh goodness, what is it? So okay, right there, I upgraded the pistol damage. I felt like just upgrading it, you know, get the pistol out of the way because it's actually a really cool looking upgrade, to be honest. It makes the pistol look pretty cool. Or the Magnum, whatever you, revolver, whatever you want to call it. This is Sandra Cohen's apartment. We actually will go back to Fort Frolic, but I'm going to do that after I get done with Apollo Square. No, after I do Point Prometheus. Because I kind of screwed up. There's nothing inside of it. There's only like $100, 8 incendiary rounds, and there's also, oh goodness, what else was there inside that box? There was another thing, but I'm kind of forgetting what it was. So right here, I don't know why I did this. I felt like just testing it out to see if Enrage would actually make them fight each other while they're still dancing, but apparently that did not work. Although it did sort of work to my advantage because the splicers do still attack each other, which is nice. You know, I found an actual new plasmid I kind of like. I do actually kind of like Enrage now. It's really actually helpful. I mean, I always knew it helped you. It's just, it was one of those things where I just never wanted to use. You know, I was always one of those people who just wanted to beat everybody up on my own. You know, I didn't want to have to put up with fighting or watching other people fight. But then again, you know, I could just get in there and beat the crap out of the guy at the same time. Hypnotize Big Daddy, though. Okay. That plasmid is a plasmid I just do not like because it basically destroys a little sister in order for you to be able to use the Big Daddy to your advantage. So, I mean, if there's a Big Daddy walking around without a little sister, fine, by all means go ahead. If there's a Big Daddy walking around with a little sister, I definitely do not recommend you use it, because that will destroy the little sister. So good thing I hacked that hell station, right? Because Senator Cohen decided to go ahead and just try to heal up, and he killed himself instead. I should have taken a picture of him just to be funny, but I said screw that. As you noticed, I did whip out the good old armor-piercing rounds, because I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, it's Big Daddy killing time. Because I think, if I remember, the Big Daddy was out there. Well, I mean, yeah, he's out there in that part. He's out there somewhere, but we don't find him for quite a while, actually. I don't remember how many Big Daddies there are in this level. I think there's like 2 or 3. Off the top of my head, I think there's 2 or 3. That's how many I think there were. You can tell, you know, how big a level is just by how many Big Daddies you have to take down. That's usually a pretty decent way of telling, but you can also look at the map, of course, but that's not always 100%, you know, unless you're really good at reading the map and, you know, you're really good at noticing, like, okay, this is how big this is. Now, I want to mention something real quick. Do not kill Senator Cohen in Fort Frolic. I explained this earlier. Because if you do, you will not get access to his apartment. And not get access to his room, basically. Which means you can't get that upgrade that you've been looking for. At the end of this game, I actually did get the dealt with. I did get the dealt with every little sister trophy. That is because I'm playing on my Let's Play account that I played on. I didn't get all the trophies in one go. I didn't get all the little sisters. Something happened. The game bugged out. I couldn't get one little sister, so that's why I get that. I also got brass balls, which, if I remember correctly, I don't remember what that was. Oh, that's beat hard mode without Vita-Chambers. Yeah, you have choices here. You can beat it on hard or survivor. And if you want both trophies, beat it on survivor. That's, yeah, you get a trophy for beating up both survivor and hard mode. And you get one just for beating in a hard mode, basically, so I recommend just, you know, jumping a step up and just getting that survivor mode done with, because that's just kind of the way I like to play. Now, there's the Big Daddy right there. Of course, you know, I didn't get all the research done on him yet, so let's wait to see if I can get some more pictures on him. Apparently, I already, you know, it was the same Big Daddy from earlier, which I didn't really realize. I mean, you know, sometimes you don't really realize when they are there. This is an elite Rosie. Elites are, of course, a lot worse to deal with than, you know, normal Rosies are. That is practically why I died so much in Apollo Square, because I was fighting an elite, and that rivet gun just does so much damage. It's ridiculous. So in here, there's going to be a camera, and to your left, there's going to be a pair of stairs. Now, up these stairs should be a nitro splicer, I think. If I'm correct. Yeah, I believe it's a nitro splicer, so be careful of that. Then you want to walk around this corner, and there's actually going to be... I think there's actually an enemy in this room. Is this the bathroom? Yes. There's going to be a electric thug splicer in this bathroom. Do not shuck the water because you will not do damage to him or her. You'll only do damage to yourself. Electrified thug splicers do not take damage from electricity, so just wanted everybody to know that. Even though they have electricity carrying inside their body, it does not mean they still can't take damage from it. Or it means that they can't take damage from it. Whereas with us, we do. Even though we have freaking, what's it called? Electrobolt on. Even though we have Electrobolt on, does not mean that, you know, we can't get hurt by that plasma. This level is pretty well known for having, to be fairly honest, I have to say, probably electrified thug splicers. Because, you know, we've seen quite a bit so far. Or, you know, splicers with electrobolt plasma, basically. They can't shoot it at you, but I think all it really does is protect him from electrobolt attacks, and also kind of protects him, well, mainly just from electricity. It protects him from, well, yeah, okay, I just said that. I believe it helps him do a little bit more damage, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'll have to go back and maybe look that myself. Or maybe you guys can do the research for me. That would be nice, instead of, you know, me doing it. You somebody else could do it for me. So, you know, the Rubsy's coming down the stairs. The stairs are too narrow to go through, so I didn't want to bug him. I just decided just to go ahead and say, screw him, I'm just going to go through you. And I skip those stairs and I come up here. There's going to be security cameras, so you just blow that up. You don't have to hack it. Don't worry about hacking it. Just blow it up. There's really no point in it. Again, like, if you want to hack it, that's your option that you have. But, personally, for me, I didn't do it. I would have saved myself a lot more trouble if I would have just walked around and grabbed this stuff instead of just using telekinesis to get it. But you know me, I kind of like to try things differently. I like to try things from an interesting approach, and that was an approach I found interesting. This is a door we can go through. There's going to be a nitro splicer right above you, so make sure you go through this little area right here first before getting hit by it. As you can tell, she's throwing things down there. Grab the corpse. If you have electric flesh 2 on, which I think I did, I just used the corpse for it. You should be able to walk through that just fine. Here's the male nitro splicer up here. Because there was a female one that was throwing those Molotovs at us, and this one's just here. I kind of made not really a joke, I just kind of said something to myself while I was playing this. I'm like, maybe they're a married couple or something up here, because there's a male and a female nitro splicer, they might be married, who knows. I'm not saying, like, if there's always, like, a male and a female together that they're married instantly. I'm just saying, like, they're in the same apartment together. I kind of figured maybe they might be married. I don't know. I was just making a subjective view, I guess. Objective. I don't even know what that is. Well, I mean, yes, it is. But I'm just making up things now, I guess. I'm just trying to throw words in my ass. I don't remember seeing her, though. That might have been her. She might have been the one dead in the water. I never really figured that out, but she's definitely not up here. So I fall back down here. That's pretty much a good thing why the hole's there. Well, it's good to have the hole there because you just fall down it. Of course, I grabbed the machine gun rounds that I already used. And, of course, there's a leadhead that does spawn down here. And, of course, he's dead on the ground. Or he's playing dead on the ground, I should say. The problem with... Oh, the reason why I'm not fighting the Big Daddies, I want to mention this now. I kind of forgot to mention this earlier. The reason why I'm not fighting the Big Daddies yet is because Fontaine is taking our health away. I'm waiting until I get the lot 192 so I can get all my health back. I can deal with my plasmas changing because that actually kind of helps you out a little bit. Because you get free Eve every time it changes. So, yeah, think about that. I figured I'm not going to do it until I get lot 192. That way I can get all my health back, and that way I can take out a Big Daddy just fine without having any pressure of having low health. Although I could have fought the Big Daddy, I just decided not to. I felt like it'd be a smarter idea. So in here, there's going to be one Thug Splicer, just knock him out. And there's going to be a few proximity mines in here if you want to grab those. Of course, the first aid kit, frag grenade, you know, just some decent stuff. This is actually kind of a nice looking apartment though, if it had this many stairs. To be honest, I've never really actually seen an apartment with stairs before. I've never really been in the rich environment, dare I say. Maybe it's not really a rich person thing, maybe it's just a real thing, but I mean, I know there are apartments out there that have stairs inside of them. It's just, I've personally never seen in real life one that did. You know, I've always lived around an apartment where we didn't have stairs, so yeah. So right here I get fucked. I thought for a second, like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And, you know, I thought it actually didn't appear, but apparently it was there. It's just, I screwed it up. Yeah, right here I was not giving up. I was like, I gotta do this. I gotta get this going. I gotta get this down. I figured there's gonna be something stupid coming up, so... yeah, Pipe Mania. Oh, goodness. I think I actually get this one. I think I get this one down. Yep, there we go. We got it. But I'm going to be constantly under threat of security bots, of course. Which is never fun, but hey, you know, you live to deal with it, I guess. So once you break that lock, there's actually going to be a leadhead splicer waiting outside the door for you. So I just decided to jump right in front of her and just go ahead and hack these guys and waste her down. So it was kind of a good thing I did have the security go off. If you ever want a free security bot, just make the security go off. shut them down, and then hack them. There you go. You have free 2 whirlybirds right there. So that's definitely a good thing you want to kind of keep in mind, I guess. So I checked to make sure everywhere I've been. We actually do go up the elevator, but I forgot that I'm supposed to go somewhere else. I forgot to go to Su Chang's apartment, and I accidentally head upstairs. You know, I head up the elevator and all that good stuff, and I forget about ever getting his crap. Even though the quest arrow was pointing in the right direction, I was not paying attention to the quest arrow. I was just going off on my own mind and just wanted to go up there and deal with stuff that way. I mean, I do have the quest arrow on, I just hardly ever use it. You know, I could have not put it on in this guide. You know, it probably would have made it more interesting just to see. But I'm not, I don't care. To me, it helps when I'm lost, which I don't really get lost in this game, but there are times where I'm like, I get so ahead of myself, which, as you will actually notice in this level, I actually do get ahead of myself a little too much, because I go up I take the elevator up, and then I just forget, like, oh, I'm supposed to go back down the stairs to go get that diary, duh. Which kind of bothers me, though, too. It's like, you have to go do this in order to do this. But, you know, I don't mind. It's BioShock. It gets a free pass, in my opinion. So, whatever. It's just a little nitpick thing, I guess. But it's not really much of a nitpick. So, damn. Let's just get this over with. God. Let's take it forever. Yeah, this level is going to be kind of a lengthy one because I do actually kind of take a little bit of time just running around in circles doing basically nothing. I come back up here to make sure I did everything, and apparently I didn't see that I actually didn't go to Su Chang's apartment, so I said, okay, we'll just go all the way downstairs and go through the elevator because the arrow is pointing what looks like to me towards the elevator. But then it makes that 180-degree turn and completely screw me up.
Their blood is on your hands. I too know this.
And there we yeah, this is pretty much where like Tenenbaum will talk to you the first time you do this.
But we must now settle this.
But you don't need to come up here, so not yet. Go get the diary and then come up here. So blow up the security camera if you're coming up here like I am. And there's gonna be a turret that you could hack if you wanted to. And a thugger splicer and a leadhead splicer. Of course, there was no... Actually, you could use security bullseye if you want. But look at this. Look at that. Look how bad Winter Blast just is on Survivor. I love Winter Blast, but look at that. She was almost dead. She was completely almost broken. But then, of course, it just happened to wear off. It just happened to crash land. Plane on the same place the city was built. I don't know. I'm trying to go off on Brian's words of wisdom here, but apparently I'm not doing a very good job. Sorry about this guide being very, or at least this episode being kind of, I'm trying to be excited. I'm trying to be eccentric, but I'm also trying to help you people try to figure out what the hell to do. But again, you know, you could just basically just watch me play this and you can kind of figure out how to do things yourself. It's more like a watch and learn rather than a listen and learn kind of deal. But then again, not everybody is a visual learner like I am, so... You know, everybody learns it in a different way, so... I figured the best way to do it is for people to watch. Kind of. I've always been that way, you know? I've always kind of watched people play games, you know, Let's Plays and stuff like that, and just watched them play. You know, kind of seeing how they do something in a you know, how they situationally do something. And of course, I wasted liquid nitrogen, but who cares? Because that safe actually has liquid nitrogen inside of it. There's a safe next to us, so I'm gonna go ahead and hack that. I finally decided to buy this one out, figuring that I could. Inject myself and grab some more Eve. There's some more liquid nitrogen on the table waiting for me. I'm trying to waste it as much as I do. I actually go one overboard. Yeah, I screwed up. I went over one shot, and that kind of made me a little bit upset, but I wasn't really that upset. I was like, oh well, who cares? So then I head down over here, and I'm following the quest arrow thinking like, you know, I'm thinking the quest was pointing towards a lot 192. There's actually nothing in this bathroom besides band-aids, I think. I think if I noticed on that shelf, or on that bathtub shelf, there was band-aids, but yeah. Oh, I think this is where you get electric flash too. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the hell? Is something broken? Yeah, this is where you get electric flash too at. Okay. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, wait, what's going on? Why can't I get it? And then I look at my arrow, I'm like, oh. It's not pointing towards it. And then I looked at my map and I saw there was one little apartment I did not go to, so this is where I basically said, shit. Now I gotta go all the way back. Well, you don't have to go that far, really. You just come back down this elevator. So don't take the elevator first. Make sure you go to Suchong's apartment first before you do this. I'll save you guys a lot of trouble. I mean, you can do this if you want first, of course, but you pretty much won't get anything out of it, so. Oh well. I guess I could talk about what happened with my Wii. Did I tell you? I don't think I ever finished that story about my Wii. I don't think I ever started it. Well, when I went to GameStop, I bought a Wii. I think I've told the story on this channel already. I went and I bought a Wii, and then I came home, and then I didn't play it for a while. I didn't, you know, turn it on. I didn't check it or nothing, like an idiot I am. I waited like the last minute to go check. Well, it wasn't. I bought it on a Friday, and then on a Wednesday, I got home early, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check to see on if my Wii works. And I couldn't get the Wiimote to sync up in the very first menu. You know, I had the batteries in and everything, but it wouldn't work. So then I came home early again. Oh, I think crap, when did I come home early? Actually, I came home early Tuesday. It was either Monday or Tuesday I came home, and then I worked on my Wii, tried to see if it would work. Apparently, it didn't want to work with me. So I came home early, I think like Tuesday or Wednesday, God, I don't remember when. And then I finally got it all hooked up, finally got it working. I was so happy. I just took out the batteries, put them back in, and I tried to resync the Wiimote up with the Wii, this time without holding down the sync button, instead just hitting it once and see if that would work. And it worked, so I was pretty happy. You know, I was pretty pissed off. I think it was Tuesday. Or, yeah, it might have been Tuesday or when, I don't know. I don't know when it was. I was pissed. And I was pissed, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go all the way back to GameStop. I gotta go fuck with them. I don't want to do this. Thankfully, I didn't have to. I actually saved myself the trouble, and I fixed my Wii, I guess you could say, myself. Thankfully. So right there, I buy some med kits. I just basically fill up on supplies. That's pretty much all I do. And of course, the lot 192 is still not inside of us. Therefore, I'm still being screwed over by Fontaine's little mind tricks. So now we're gonna go back up the elevator, which I'm gonna make you guys watch. To be honest, I could have fast forwarded through this, but I just decided not to. Man, oh man. This level, you know, I like this. This is more fun than playing in Hephaestus. Hephaestus it's just super boring for some reason. I don't know what it is with it. Whereas this one, actually, you know, you jump from Hephaestus to this, and this looks really nice. Like, this is definitely a nice looking level. So right there, I actually forgot about that ever being there. I will be honest, I actually did forget about that being there. I have found it before, it's just, it's one of those things I just pass by every single time. So I think I saw a vent, but I didn't. I just wanted to make sure if I actually did saw a vent worth of crap. The weird thing is, it switched my wrench's reticle to like a circle for some reason. I don't know why. I think the plasma I had on was security bullseye. Okay, so I'm trying to use security bullseye to my advantage because there's a security bot in the room. Apparently that doesn't work. So yeah, if there's a security bot floating around, he's not gonna attack anybody with security bullseye on. No, if somebody else's security bot is floating around, they're not gonna mess with, you know, any of your stuff. They're pretty much hacked to that person's advantage. So I should have known that, but apparently I didn't have the foresight of knowledge to know that. because I'm an idiot, and that happens. Oh man, it's a long episode to be honest. Okay, well it's not really that long, but it's still quite a lengthy episode, and I just want to kind of get this stuff over with because, you know, I just want to get Olympus Heights and Apollo Square done with, because those are the long ones. Point Prometheus is the one where I don't have to worry about being too long. I think the reason is because today I got so many things going on. I just want to get this episode over with and just want to get it rendered and pooped out there for you guys. Right here, we're gonna face another Big Daddy. Luckily for me, he had a little sister nearby. I couldn't take any more pictures. I think I got like one more in. Luckily for me, he was right near a health station, so if I needed to heal up, I could just easily heal up that way. But you know how I like to play. Screw that crap. Alright, so Big Daddy hunting time. This is where it gets hard. You have to fight using your plasmid switch move. You gotta fight using the Lot 192, which is a pain in the ass. So, I get Target Dummy as a lucky RNG thing. I think it actually is. I think you get security boards like every single time, then you get Target Dummy. So I'm using Target Dummy to my advantage. The reason why I don't use Target Dummy is because you can only use it once. Use it once, and then all the splicers will start to fight that. But if you hit that splicer, they'll figure it out and come for you. Same thing goes for Big Daddies. So Target Dummy is useful for like a 1 second delay. Like you get like a free, you can get like a free rocket shot on Big Daddy or like a free trap bolt shot on him or something. But it's never really that good in terms of just taking down a Big Daddy in general. I don't know. Fighting splicers like a group of splicers, sure, because they'll all swarm in for it, which is nice. The problem with Lot 192, though, and you'll see a lot, is sometimes it activates as soon as I'm trying to grab a little sister. And that pisses me off, how it does that. And there was one time where, I think it was in Apollo Square. I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I'm going to wait this one out. I'm just going to wait this out until my Lot 192 kicks in and switches my plasmid. So I waited out, you know, a decent amount of time, thinking like, okay, it's gonna come out any second. As soon as I pick up the little girl, and I go to harvest her, the damn thing changes on me. I'm like, are you serious right now? Did you really have to change on me right now, this very second? Is that... Okay, this chair is pissing me off. Everything's pissing me off. This is always pissing me off. Just by watching it again, it's pissing me off. This wasn't a really bad level. I just got lost for a second. That's pretty much about it. I didn't die. I just got lost. And yeah, that wasn't really good. This one only has 2 little sisters, so I climb up the stairs and I'm looking for the Big Daddy, but apparently I cannot find the Big Daddy. So I go back down the stairs. I go through a few apartments. I go check on the first aid kits, see if I can get those. And I think the first aid kits were gone. Hold on, I'm gonna beat this chair. There we go. I gotta shut it up for a little bit. Like it keeps making like this squeaking noise. It's really bugging me. But then again, that's probably what I get for being right near my freaking bed. So, and my jaw keeps popping and everything. And just this is why I can't talk for too long, because my jaw starts to pop and it starts to hurt a little bit. It gets really annoying. Thankfully, you guys can't actually hear it. It's kind of an internal hearing thing, but you can still pretty much hear my mouth making all these freaking noises that it's making. It's really annoying. So, what do I do now? Okay, so I figured, you know, it's a Thugger Splicer. I don't think I can electrify it. Actually, I don't have electric bolts. If I had electric bolt, this person would be dead by now. So I just use the proximity mines just to kill him off and basically get a kill that way. If I'm correct, I think I actually do die in this level. I believe I do, actually. No, I don't remember if I do die or not. I'll have to find out. I don't remember. If I do die, if I did die, oh well. It doesn't hurt anybody's feelings, really. You know, nobody's feelings were hurt that day besides mine. I mean, my butt. You know, I knew it was gonna happen, so I pretty much greased it up. I lubed it up as much as I could because, you know, I knew I was gonna die sometime. I just didn't know when. That's the thing about, you know, this kind of stuff. Like, I never know when. So I get kind of lucky with the RNG, and I get Insect Swarm 3. That way I can use this to my advantage. Excuse me, fellas. Or, excuse me, everybody, I should say. My throat. I'm talking for too long. It's starting to hurt, seems like. And so, now I just whip out the good old Insect Swarms and just launch some rockets towards him. Take him down with Electro Bolts. That's really all I can give you advantages. There's really nothing you can do to gag besides what I'm doing now. Oh, I do die. Oh, crap. Tell me I didn't. Did I cut it? Nope. I didn't cut it. I didn't cut this. So I did. On my screen right now, it does not look like I needed to. So I do die. I keep the death in. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry about that. That's unprofessional with me. I'm going to keep that in just because that'll be a one-time fuck up. Because every time I do a video on YouTube, it fucks up. So, or a Let's Play. And I guess in the consideration of even being able to do a guide, I fuck up. So, yeah. Just figured, I guess I show you guys that I actually do die. There you go. I do die in this guide. I do die a lot. And, you know, it happens more often than you probably think. Yes, I'm really good at BioShock, but at the same time, I'm also not vulnerable or immune to not dying. Yeah, right here, the Lot 192 kicks in as soon as I'm harvesting the little sister. Which, thankfully, the game is smart enough to where if you do that, it will still keep the little sister alive. So, you can't actually double up on Adam or anything. I do check just to make sure if I actually did get any more Adam. I didn't. And I also checked to see how many little sisters I had. And this was basically the last one, so we're pretty much done here. You can't actually go to the Gather's Garden stations just yet because your plasmids keep switching on you, so now you just have to go. You basically have to deal with it. You can't upgrade anything for a little bit. Yeah, because Tenenbaum will get on you about it. Then we get Cyclone Trap, which, yeah, this is probably one of the worst. It's not a bad plasmid, just I don't really use it ever, hardly. I use Target Dummy more than use that one. So there you go, folks. We're at the end of Olympus Heights, and I'll see you all in Apollo Square when we do that. So as always, take care, everybody.